Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Game Time Brian, otherwise known as the Mailman, going to work, baby. Old school postal logo day. Yes, it is. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's going to have a good Monday morning. No rain scheduled. Not that I believe. Very, very small percentage chance of rain. So, that's a good thing. We've had a lot of rain lately, so we could use a break. Monday morning. Don't forget, tonight we will be streaming both Monday Night Football games. The jerseys did not go out this morning. I'll try and get them out tomorrow morning or Wednesday at the latest. Both Tony Romo jerseys are going. One to Mark Hutchinson and one to Chuck, 2 channel members, so it worked out well. So thank you so much, gentlemen. So I want to ask everybody a question now. Listen, we know Dallas has not been playing well. It's not a secret, people. Dallas has not been playing well. Now they're a beat-up team on defense. No excuses, right? The Eagles make excuse for yesterday? No. I'm going to get to the Eagles in a minute, but just want to get this out of the way. Baltimore Ravens. I should have stuck with my pick. Everybody was saying, I like the Bills. I'm like, I kind of like the Ravens. Ravens blow out the Bills 35-10, something like that. I didn't even watch most of it. I turned it on towards the second quarter, and it was ugly. It was ugly. Ugly. So my question is, okay, so your 3-0 team just got shellacked by the Ravens. Derrick Henry rushed for 199 yards. Maybe Dallas fans can lighten up a little bit about our defense, especially with what we did against the Giants on the road, where before the game, everybody was saying how bad it was going to be, that we were going to lose the game. Most people said we were losing. Most, not all. It was Giants time. Malik Neighbors was unstoppable. Devin Singletary's running well. Offensive line upgrades. Illuminora. John Runyon. Or John Runyon Jr. or whatever. You know what I mean. Draft picks. Defense. Kayvon Thibodeau. Brian Burns. 0 pressures. The nose tackle that we double teamed 80% of the time. Dallas was a good dominating win. Yes, offense was ugly. Mike McCarthy needs to get his head out of his ass. But going back to the Baltimore game where, our run fits were horrible. We're learning a new scheme with young players. People want to say, talk crap about the defense. Maybe it's going to pay dividends by the time the end of the year comes that we're giving all this playing time to these young players. Because against the Giants, they look good. It was, Baltimore's not even that good. They just beat the 3-0 team. They just beat the 3-0 Buffalo Bills that everybody, including myself, has them going to the AFC Championship game. So maybe we give Dallas a little bit of a break. Pittsburgh lost at Indianapolis. Okay? I didn't know whether... it is what it is. They're going to be upset. Listen, Dallas gets everybody's best game, so it doesn't matter. Everybody wants to beat up on the Cowboys, verbally and on the field. So that's fine. Now maybe they're doubting themselves a little bit. We got to go into Heinz Field, if it's still called Heinz Field. I don't know that it is anymore. In Pittsburgh, I believe it's Sunday night or Monday Night Football. Put it in the comments. All right, let's go. Let's see what we got. I don't know that the Pittsburgh offense is is as good as Baltimore's offense. Is it good? Yeah, of course it's good. They're going to be running the ball. Hey, Dak Prescott, it's on you. And we'll have all week to talk about the matchup. The Eagles have a bye week. So, let's talk about the Eagles game. Shout out to Philly D. Shout out to Drew. Shout out to Crowley. Shout out Logan Motorsports. I didn't see Hamid yesterday. I guess he's back in the cave. Lord Von, he won't ever show back up because he's a troll. A lot of Eagle fans. Mouse, I didn't necessarily see Mouse yesterday. I didn't see Mouse. Mouse, you weren't in there, bro. But it's all right. Who am I forgetting? I'm sure there's Eagle fans I'm forgetting. I know Lou Branch was in there. Shout out to Lou. You know, as you see how I streamed, I was very cordial. It's about as nice as a Dallas stream watching the Eagles get absolutely destroyed. But my question to my Eagle fans are, and this is not a rip, your offense was, I told you it was going to struggle. But still, why didn't you give the ball to your running backs and just unbelievably pound the football? I know Lane Johnson was out, but why not run the football? The talent yesterday on the field was Barkley, Gainwell. That was your talent. I'm going to have to dump, I think I'm going to dump Gainwell. As you see, even with Saquon Barkley, Kellen Moore ain't going to pound the rock even with injuries. That's the problem with Kellen Moore. That's what you get with Kellen Moore. Even with Kellen Moore, that's what you get. A game where everybody knew you had to run the ball. You had to run the ball 30 times. We said, oh my God, Saquon's going to get a lot of carries. He has to. Yeah, I get it. Saquon is the type of guy where you stuff him, he breaks one. That was a mistake. Dallas Goedert dropped a couple balls. It was kind of like, okay, you got to catch some of these balls. Jalen, I didn't think had a horrible game. He was under a lot of pressure. I didn't think the center played well. But again, what some people don't understand is when you miss a particular player, right, like a Lane Johnson, you could then focus your energy on attacking maybe weaker areas of the offensive line, right? So, Tampa Bay was all over Jalen Hurts. It is what it is. I'm more disappointed in the Eagles' defense. Eagles' defense didn't have anybody hurt. I mean, what were they doing? Again, it looks like Dallas' defense, right? No excuses for Dallas. Dallas' defense is for 2 weeks or 4 weeks. Bad a couple games, good a couple games. First game and fourth game, they were real good. The second and third game, they were horrendous. You would say, wow, that's because you played better teams. Well, at the time we played them, the Ravens were winless. So we gotta make a choice of, are they good or not good? Stop looking at records. Use your eyes. They were a good team, right? The Saints lost yesterday on the last second play. They're a good team. Eagles, what do you say? Do you beat a bad team? Eagles went into New Orleans and played an unbelievable defensive game, which is why yesterday was so disappointing. Watching it, I expected them to come out saying, yo, this is a game on us, boys. Offense is banged up. We got to be physical, violent, stop their run, put pressure on Baker. He'll give it to you. Didn't happen. There was a point going into halftime and then coming out in the third quarter where I thought the Eagles did okay, and then I went right away. It was like they could not sustain anything yesterday. So now Eagles get a bye week. The bye week could not have been any better for the Eagles. The only thing, it could have been better if it was week 4 rather than week 5. But that is what it is. What I will say is that Jalen Hurts is getting a lot of criticism. And he needed to be better, but I don't think Jalen was the problem. He was under a lot of duress. At some point, you got to force throws, right? I just didn't like the play calling. Did not like the play calling by Kellen Moore, assuming it was Kellen Moore, because the more I look on a sideline, the more I see Dracula's head in the menu looking for plays, especially towards the end of, like the end of the half and the end of the game. So it's hard to know what's going on right now. But Eagles fans want blood. I saw Eagles post-game live. I was watching a little bit of it. Michael Barkan and one of the panelists, I can't think of his name right now, longtime writer, maybe still writes, going back and forth because, everybody's going after Jalen. This is why, circling to the Cowboys, Dak has to step up. Okay? Dak has to step up this next 2 weeks. Like, Eagles got the job done, in my opinion. They, went in, they had 2 unbelievably hard games on the road. They won one. They won against New Orleans Saints, even though Sirianni tried to give it away. He tried to give it away. But, they won that game. So, at the end of the day, you got to split. Eagles fans, you should be happy you got to split. You need rest. You need some... The good thing is, with your players that are injured, they're concussions. They'll be back. They're not high ankle sprains like Micah Parsons or Liz Frank injuries with no broken bones, thank God, for DeMarcus Lawrence. So we can't afford any more. We've already lost Sam Williams for the year. We lost Deron Bland, Pro Bowl cornerback, for probably 6 weeks when it's all said and done. I don't expect Bland back before the Niner game. I expect them to ride Bland right into the bye week. Everybody keeps holding out hope. They said he's not coming back this week. Why would he come back next week against Detroit? Maybe. Because then you have the bye week. I would like that, but we'll see. We'll hold out hope for Detroit. But these upcoming games for the Cowboys, it's on Dak Prescott, right? It's on Mike McCarthy to get his head out of his butt. There's no motion. We're at the bottom of the league in motion offense. Here we go again. Why are we doing it? It's amazing to me that Mike McCarthy is going to go down this road yet again. That's why I brought up, if you're not going to go out and make a trade for a defensive player, maybe you go out and get an Amari Cooper, who I know is available. Maybe make a play for a DeAndre Hopkins. Go out and get an older receiver who can come in and hit the ground running. I would like Amari because him and Dak have already played together. It makes perfect sense. You can right or wrong over that whole COVID BS. Not that COVID was a BS, but forcing players to get the shots and looking back, it was kind of wrong. But we didn't know any better, right? We were all, dude, do what you got to do. I would have gotten it because I'm a teammate till the end. I want to be on the field with my boys, so I would have got whatever they wanted. Just like our military, when they go over seas, they give them shots left and right just to turn around. And my buddy was telling me they give him like 3-4 shots when he was deployed. He didn't know what the hell was going in his body. But you signed up for it, you don't have a choice. So, anyway, what I'm trying to get to, go get Amari Cooper and help the offense right now, which would help your defense. We need to have more sustained drives. We need to put up more points. We are averaging just under 22 points a game. We need to get that up we need to get that up near like 28. So basically another touchdown a game. And as bad as our offense has looked at times, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So people on the outside think that the team is worse than it is. Listen, when a scheme, no excuse, but when you're putting square pegs in round holes, you need everybody to be perfect. These linebackers need to be perfect right now. I don't expect Mozzie to play like he did every week like he did last game. It's just not. He was dominant. Mozzie stepped up. Do I think it had a lot to do with John Michael Smith? Yeah, I do. But again, confidence is everything when it comes to these players. He just needs a little confidence. Maybe that's what he needed. Maybe he needed to have a good game where his teammates give him praise and then they go into the film room and they all sit down and then watch it again on Monday morning after the game saying, yo, look at that. Look at that. See? It's finally starting to come together for you, Mozzie. We'll see. Nobody's expecting him to be a Pro Bowler. That would be great. I just want to see more consistent performance, not get turned out of the gaps, stay square, eat a double team, make an occasional play in the backfield. That's all I want. fuck's this guy doing? I'll go. Lick it. Did I just say lick it? Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we gotta look for. If I was an Eagle fan, I'd be frustrated, but thank God the bye week is here. Washington Commanders are 3-1. That was the first win that was impressive to me. They went into Arizona and throttled them. So yes, people, we have to worry about the Washington Commanders team. They're better than I thought. So maybe they're not an 8-9 team. Long season. I'm gonna keep that pick for now, but obviously we may be looking up at them at the end of the year. This is looking C.J. Stroudish, actually, the way Jaden Daniels is playing. He's setting records, people. He's setting records for rookies. And I believe I told everybody about Jaden Daniels. I believe I did. So, you're welcome, people. I believe I told everybody about Jaden Daniels. I love Jaden Daniels, and I love Malik Nabers, as Mark Holmes wants to say. I love Jaden Daniels and Malik Nabers. But either way, I'm out of here. I'm at work. Game time, Brian. Don't forget, 2:30 Eastern, 3 o'clock, somewhere in that area, live from the mail truck. Lunchtime chat. Be there. On to week 5. I can't believe it. This football season is flying by. I'll talk to you later. Peace.